Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Papercrafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are working on part 2 of our folder year album. I don't know what the hell to call this. But I made folders, and this one I missed a little bit. Let's trim that just a smidgen. I must have missed part of the score line when I was cutting that one. There we go, that's better. Anyway, we made, in part 1, we made all of these little folders for every month of the year. And inside are some photo mats and ephemera, and then you can add whatever you want during the month for memories. Okay, and I'm like, for part 2 here, we have to make our cover. Okay, so you're wondering, what is all this crap on your desk, Mimi? Well, it's stuff I'm going to use to make my cover. I have my We Are Makers word punch board and all of the pieces. So I figured I could use this to help me make a title. I also have my happy jig from We Are Makers, and I don't know if there's anything in here. If not, I have to look up the year, the word year. I was thinking the word year, and do like a year in my life as the title, and use year with this wire here, whatever color, I don't know yet, maybe the blue, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna use a happy jig, but I have to look up for the word year. Okay, so I have to do that and put it aside. And then I have this pink plaid paper, which I thought, it washes out a little on camera. It looks very white, but it's not, very light, but it's not. My camera really washes out colors. It's crazy. It's a perfectly fine, it's not a baby pink, what it looks like on camera. It is a deeper pink. I have my crocodile, my bag of rings. I have the rest of this chipboard accents that match. This is the 6x6. I used half of this paper pad to make this project, a day in the life from Echo Park. So I had the 6x6. I got it in my mystery box, and this I got in my mystery box. And then I have chipboard to make the cover. So let's get started on the cover and get that done so we can work on everything else. And we need to figure out what size we need. And I think if I mathed right, I need 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. But we're going to measure this. And it's 8, so 8 1/4 by, oh, it's not 6. Good thing I looked. 5 1/2. So we'll do 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. Okay, so I did not math right. And I have my guillotine. I only ever use my guillotine to cut chipboard. Okay, so that's what I use. It's what I prefer to use. So it needs to be 8 1/4, and this is 8 1/2. So we can take off 1/4 of an inch. Okay, take off 1/4 of an inch. There we go. And then 5 3/4, which is right here. And then this is too small. Yep, see, too small. So I do need that second piece. And we're going to cut, actually, let's just cut the 5 3/4 first. 5 3/4, and then we will cut off that 1/4 inch. And then 8 1/4. So here we go. Here is our chipboard cover. If you don't have chipboard, you can just use product boxes. You can use 2 layers of cardstock. You can use like a nice weight of cardstock and then cover it with your paper. So there's a lot of things that you can do to make a cover. I happen to have chipboard. I love using chipboard, so I always have it on hand. And now we need, if you haven't been seeing me lately using chipboard in any of my videos, you haven't heard that I've been really loving naked chipboard. I haven't been wrapping it like you normally would. I've been using it naked and just adding the paper on top with like a little bit of an edge so you could see the black. It's been what I've been really liking lately. And I don't know if it's because I have the black and not regular brown cardstock and chipboard. I don't know what it is, but I've been liking it. So we're going to cut this to 8 since our chipboard is 8 1/4. We're going to cut it to 8, and since it was 5 3/4, we're going to cut it to 5 1/2. So we only need one piece. I think I'll keep the inside naked because the inside then can be used for photos or whatever else. And we have this little tiny strip left, which I will put in my scraps because it would work well for a nice scrap or something. Okay. So now we're just going to, I'm going to glue the stuff on first because, excuse me, sorry. Hold on. Okay, I had a little bit of a coughing fit there. My throat's a little dry. I drink so much water, yet I'm always dry. I don't get it. So we're just going to put this on first before we punch the holes. That way, I don't have to line anything up and make sure everything gets, you know. So here we go. Okay, there we go. Then we'll do the next one, and then we'll figure out where we want our holes so we can start punching all of our holes, and then we can work on our decorations for our cover. Now, as I said in the last video, I only have what I have to work with, okay? I didn't have much for this collection, and I honestly did not want to buy more. I had what I had, and I didn't want to buy more. So this is the front, the back, okay? And now what we're going to do is figure out where we want our holes. So I'm going to use my centering ruler and get it centered since it's 4, 8, what the heck? I don't even remember what this measured as, right? It was 8 1/4. So we want to do 4 1/8 on each side of the center. Take, where'd my pencil go? Let me grab a pencil. Okay, grab a pencil, and we're going to do 3 holes. Let's move this down a little farther. I'm going to do 3 holes at the center and then 2 inch on either side of the center. Nope, let's do 2 1/2. This is very long, so let's do 2 1/2. So we'll do 2 1/2 instead. 2 1/2, 2 1/2. Okay. So there we go. That will be where we punch our holes, and we will punch our holes first on this one, and then we'll use that one as our guide. Let me see here. I'm going to do 1/2 inch in. Where does that lead us? Yep, that's good. I can't see the hole, but clean that out. I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to move this here is like a stop. If you've never used it, it's a stop. So you put it to where you want to stop. That way your holes are always the same. Okay, they're always the same distance. Okay, there we go. So now we have our holes punched in there, and I can just take this and mark where it goes, and then I have my little pencil marks, and I can line up. I'm telling you, and line up and punch. So you line up in the middle. Now I might, what do you guys think? I wish you would tell me. Maybe I'll do eyelets for the outside just to make sure. Maybe, I don't know. We'll decide that later. We're not going to decide that right now. So now our covers are punched and done and ready to go. And we will use this one again to make our marks on the folder. Let me take everything out of the folder just to be safe. Just to be safe. And now we're going to line it up. Since it's slightly, the cover is slightly bigger. I like when the cover is slightly bigger. We're going to line it up from the back, flip it over, and make our marks. And now this one will be used to do the rest of the folders. And once this is done, and I use all of this for the folder now, for the rest, what I can do is easily move the stuff to the back, to the front of the folder, or whatever you would consider that, and punch. Well, actually, let's draw our holes because I've been known to miss. Let's throw that out there. I've been known to miss. Let's put this stuff back in. Okay, put that back in. And put this back in. Okay, there we go. And now we have this done, and this is the first month. And there we go. And let's just grab another. We can go through a few of these at one time. Just make sure we're getting everything out of the way. And we can punch all at one time. Oh, can you hear the dogs? Somebody's here. I don't know who. So, my dad went to the store. And he forgot his phone. And I said, oh, that's why I didn't get any text messages. He forgot his phone. I didn't get any message about, hey, should we have this for dinner? Nothing. But I think he may be home because the dogs are going nuts. Nutso. Okay. You do not have to punch all these at the same time if you don't trust yourself. I would not blame you. Especially with the crocodile. Does yours do this? Does yours get so clogged you have to like literally unclog it yourself? It's so frustrating. Alright. And then we'll just take this one back out. You always use the same one to make your holes, to mark your holes. That's it. That's one thing I can tell you. Always use the same one. Only because then you know they match up all the same. Because if you get one punch off, you could be screwed. So at least this way, you know they're all matching the same one. Come on. Okay, maybe no one's here after all. It's very quiet all of a sudden up there. What stinks is now that I'm in the basement, I can't hear if the garage door is opened or not. There we go. Okay, so now we have the rest of these. We can put them back in order. Let's not get them out of order. Maybe I should flip it like this. And then the last 4 months. I'm sorry, that's probably really annoying, but I don't feel like taking everything out. It's just how it is. Okay, so we're done with this one. Let's put it. Oh, look at that. Ay, ay, ay. Did you see that? I actually drew on a piece of ephemera. Which one what did I draw on? None of them. Okay, good to know. It did slip though. So it had covered the hole. How I didn't draw on it, I don't know. Okay, and then make sure everything is down. Out of the way. Okay, everything is out of the way. We line them up nice. And, ooh, see that? I'm not going to be able to get through. Oh, this paper is really thick. Okay. This one paper I use is really thick. That's why I'm not going to be able to get through all that. Come on. Interesting. I used all different, sorry. I used all different brands of plain paper. Whatever I had that looked good, the color is what I used. So I believe this one right here is actually My Creative Memories. I got it from my aunt. And I think that's the brand that she would always buy. So now I need this one again. Yep, that was really thick. And last, come on. And the last hole. Okay, last hole. And then we'll put this back where it belongs. And now we can get our rings to clean up all of our hole punches. They're all over me. They're all over me. They're all over the floor. I'm going to have to vacuum when I'm done. Let's put a pin in my glue. You know what? I crafted yesterday. I did one video and then I forgot to put my pin in my glue. I never forget. All right. So now we need 3 rings. So here we go. 3 big rings. 3 big rings. And then I'm not going to do eyelets. I don't want to. I'm not doing any reinforcements on any of the other holes. I'm not going to do them. I might change my mind later and take these off and do it, but who knows. All right. And then we're just going to go through and put these on. I took ones from the back to put some on this side. Wow. Okay, we're almost done. 2 more. And then we can close up the rings. There we go. Here it is, our little album. And yes, they're very, very big. There's nothing wrong with that. Rings, but you need them. You need the big rings. There we go. Now, let's work on the cover. I am going to go look to see if I can find the word year for the Happy Jig, the pattern, and I'll be back. Okay, I could not find the word year, so I had to figure it out myself, and I just used letters from here and Pinterest. And that's all you do. You put the posts in, and then you just you wrap the wire around, and then you always start with the thing to hold it. And then you just pull it off. Okay. So here we go. Just going to smoosh it. I'm sorry if you can hear the dog. Well, I just finished lunch and the boyfriend is up there still eating lunch and the dog is an a-hole. So all we gotta do then is pop these out. And that is how you use a Happy Jig. If you've ever wondered, you just follow the pattern. Oh, that one flew. All right, I'm gonna pause and pop these out so I don't break them.